Yo ninjas, and Kaio, and welcome to the halo tutorial. The halo needs some requirements, such as the windmill, the halo freeze, the side freeze, and just a little bit of head spin. If you cannot do these moves, check out the links in the description and learn them first. Then come back here. If you need more help for your power moves or your breaking in general, check out my Patreon link in the description. A little disclaimer, I can do halos, but in my opinion my halos are not the best. My form is not so clean because when I learned it I couldn't do a proper halo freeze. And when I was learning this move I was really stiff with my shoulders. Then with the time I didn't really practice so much the halo, so I didn't improve my form, but I used the turtle freeze and the side freeze a little bit instead than the halo freeze. So my halos are not so open like this in this position, but are more kinda like this, in this position here. In this tutorial I'm gonna explain how I do my halos, but also how to do them better than me. So you can see the halos in two different perspectives in my opinion. The way I learn it is kind of like a mix between a windmill and a head spin. So basically I just do my regular windmill. When I'm on the freeze position, I push myself strong, kind of like into a fast head spin, and I come back to the freeze and then to windmills or to halos again. The other way to see the halos, that is the best way in my opinion, is to see halos like a mix between freezes combos. The freezes that you require are side freeze, halo freeze, head invert or headstand, then you turn a little bit and then you go to the side freeze again. If you can do this, your halo will be very nice and clean. As I said before, I didn't learn halo in this way because I couldn't do halo freezes before doing the halos. But the best thing would be to learn halo freeze and then learn halos. Instead, for me was the opposite. I learned halos first and then after some years I learned the halo freeze. But if you practice it correctly with all the freezes, you will have no problems. So you should start in a side freeze. From the side freeze, try to open your chest into a halo freeze, and from the halo freeze, push yourself up to the headstand, or even better, to the head invert, with your arms behind your head. So not like this, but more like this. From the head invert or the headstand, try to do half round of head spin and then come back to the side freeze. And then repeat all over again. Then with time try to get this movement smoother and faster, and it will become a regular halo. One of the main problems that you could have is that when you do halos in this way, you don't spin in a circle, but you go straight in a line. To avoid that, try to spin a little bit when you are on the side freeze or halo freeze. Try from the side freeze to slide your head around and not to stay still. So don't just move from the side freeze to the halo freeze, but when you do it, slide your head and at the same time move yourself to the halo freeze and push yourself up. So it should look like a smooth movement, a sliding movement, slide around, but also a pushing movement and a spinning movement. So it's three movements at the same time. One is sliding around in a circle, sliding your head around. Second is pushing with the arm and bouncing the legs a little bit, kind of like when you do side freeze to headstand. So you should push your legs up. And third, a spin, kind of like a head spin a little bit. When you can do these three movements together, you will be able to master the halo. So again, slide, pushing and spinning. This is the best way to learn halos. The other way to learn halos, my way, if you are not so flexible and you cannot do proper halo freezes, is just to do it faster without using the halo freeze. If you don't use the halo freeze, you should try at least to use the side freeze. Not the turtle freeze, but the side freeze. It's better, in my opinion. It looks more like when you do a chair freeze. From the chair freeze, you turn yourself around and you go back to the turtle freeze or to the chair freeze. So try this movement first. Try from the chair freeze to turn yourself around and go to the chair freeze again, just to get comfortable. To the head rotation. And when you do this kind of halo, you spin on this part of your head, the halo of your head. Instead, in the previous method, you also spin on the upper part of your head a little bit, because you are a little bit more up. And you have a little bit more control, in my opinion, because you will be able to do it slower. Instead, in my method to learn halos, you cannot do it so slow, because you don't turn too much here, but from here you should push very fast. Also, in my method of learning halos, I just swing my legs like this. and I don't bounce them. It's a good method if you want to do halos very fast because you just swing the legs, but if you want to have more control, try to bounce your legs, kind of like a windmill. During the windmill, you also do this, right? Same thing in the halo, bounce your legs up. Don't just swing them like this. Exactly like a windmill. The windmill is a combination between swinging and bouncing. Same thing also like in the halo. You should try to swing but also bounce them a little bit. If you wanna do halos like me, you can just swing them. In my opinion, it's not the best way, but you can still do it if you want. How to learn multiple halos? First, just learn one round. When you can do one round properly, try to connect it with windmills. So do windmill to halo to windmill again, and so on. Try to repeat it multiple times in a combo. So try to do windmill to halo to windmill to halo and so on. When you can do one round of halo multiple times in a combo, try to do 2 rounds. And same thing, try to do windmill to 2 rounds of halo to windmill again and so on. And then try to increase the numbers with time. If you can do the basics like windmills, just 1 round of head spin, side freeze to headstand, halo freeze and so on, this move will be very easy. The concept about the 2 different methods to learn the halos can be applied also in the air flares. Air flares can be done in 2 different ways, even more actually, but the main 2 ways are 1, swinging very hard and doing air flares very fast, and the other way is to, from the handstand, go more open here to the pike freeze, then bouncing the legs and landing on the other arm. One is more using freezes and one is more using just the swing of your legs. I really hope this video was useful for you. If you need help, check out my Patreon link in the description and see you next week with another tutorial. Yo ninjas!